Hi, I'm Derek Hester. I'm an IMS with State, and Dhaka was my very first assignment. I was the ISO there from 2015 to 2017, and I still consider it one of my favorite assignments. But before we go any further, give me just a minute. There, that's better. Okay, so let's talk for a minute. So I arrived in Dhaka as a total noob to State. After 7 months at FSI, I was posted my first assignment. I remember walking into the ISC at the time and everyone busy in their cubes trying to sneak a peek out of the corner of their eyes at the new guy. I remember thinking the ISC looked awful small for the number of people and the amount of equipment was in there. Plus the constant noise and vibration from the air conditioner really didn't help the environment very much. Elahi, who now goes by Monzer, introduced me to the team, and I tried actually walking around the room to shake everyone's hand, but failed. It seems that the gap between the edge of the cubicles and the glass in front of the servers was a little too narrow for an American of my stature. So I'm sure they didn't have a very elegant impression of me. I was the acting IPO for the first several months, and then I was finally able to take on the ISO position full-time when I moved downstairs to that office. They were all very kind, and each one set aside time to sit with me and get to know each other. I found myself amazed at the range and depth of experience in the ISC. We had a former member of the International Atomic Energy Commission, college instructors, programmers, wireless engineers, Linux experts, Microsoft certified admins, and Cisco certified professionals. I was more than a little intimidated. Weeks later, after working with the team, I felt that I'd finally achieved a new level of acceptance with them when Quiet Rezwan actually started talking to me. As I spent more time in the Chancery, the GSO compound, and the American Center, I would go back to the team with some really off-the-wall ideas. I would go through my line of reasoning, and Hassan would politely look at me like I was crazy. Then they would all figure out how to make it work. When the city decided that they were going to improve the pipes and the drainage along the main road in front of the embassy, we had just one fiber connection going out to the GSO compound on the other side. We were all convinced that at some point the fiber would be cut. So I thought, you know what we really need is just a line of sight system, but we only have a few weeks to do it, so I guess that's out. Then Elahi looked at me and said, "Wait, I think we may have that." And he dug into the closet across the hallway and pulled out a couple of transceivers. I was stunned. Over the next few weeks, the team and I spent a lot of time on roofs, and I still laugh when I remember the confused expression on Sharir's face when I told him I would be the one climbing onto the roof with the contractors for the installation. I think he expected to be the one up on top, baking in the sun. Whether I was in the GSO compound with Probir laughing at Arif's jokes, or looking through containers of old radio equipment with Shakat and Palash, we felt we were all part of the same IRN team, moving forward to the same shared goal. When Rafiq, who I called Mr. Dhaka because he knows everyone, allowed me to go with him to see how the embassy mail was managed and transported, it was a long but very interesting experience, like nothing I'd ever seen. Getting back to the embassy, Robert and Tim would accept all the mail and then quickly sort it, efficiently and quickly. They were always so courteous at the customer counter as well. You know, at one point, I remember Rafiq and I actually having tea with the Postmaster General of all of Dhaka, where we took the opportunity to express our appreciation for his continued support of the embassy. It's the big things that stick in our memories, but it's the little things that are just as, if not more, important. Like, I remember Asma being frustrated with the gigantic phone bill reports and invoices, and how Rikshana would step in and help when needed. Again, we were all moving the mission in the same direction, even in small ways. It's been years since Lenny and I left, but I'm amazed at all we had accomplished together there. The new travel application, the personnel location tracking app, the digital signage system, Versa, the security alerting app, a huge training room refurbishment, and those were just a few of them. Any one of those would have been a remarkable achievement during my time at Post. But having done so much in such short a time is just stunning. Time continues on, and I'm fairly sure it's up to no good. Ambassador Bernicat has long since returned to DC. Monzer is a couple of years into creating a new life in America. And I think Seifel is probably edging closer to retirement as well. At least I hope so. Schumann stepped up to lead the ISC and keep it moving in the right direction, continuing to provide remarkable service to the embassy community and always looking for ways to improve it. Don't get me wrong, there were challenges while we were there, like having to move to a safe house when my name popped up on an ISIS target list. Regardless of the good times, far outweigh the bad, and the friends I made there are still very dear to me today. In closing, first, let me apologize to anyone I may have left out. It wasn't intentional. I am getting older though, so there's that to contend with. Secondly, congratulations on the incredible changes you've made to the ISC. Finally, a work center worthy of the people in it. And finally, let me express a broader appreciation to the entire Bangladesh mission for exemplifying what we do and why we do it. Bidai.